So today is February 25th, and just because this guy is continuously saying that Satan is playing all the chessboard and Biden is already warning about the food shortage, so you make everything ready about the food shortage, and he's also talking about the grid that will probably go off.
Because they thought
There might be a blackout, and he's showing all the predictive mind programming that these people are already doing. So these people either wanted to give electric shock because of what he's saying, or they want to make issue about, I'm folding clothes of, of my hobby, and it's just regular, just clothes that I've been folding for past 12 years. Now whoever see these watches work in shifts. So when they do electric shock, they try to portray themselves as if they are very smart, but they are not smart. They portray their dumbness. They portray their weakness. They portray their fear. They are not portraying my fear, my weakness, or my, as if I should be a robot. And so, what I was doing was I was trying to match this thing with this, this is how I always do it. So I always try to match it, and that is how I've been folding all. So I don't know if Satan doesn't want me to be that perfect, and so they started to give me electric shock, or they wanted to make issue about this guy talking about the entire the blackout that is coming in the near future.
The grid goes down. Look at how they are already letting you know that food is going to be at a crisis like never before.
Right? So either they wanted to make issue about the electric grid going down in near future, which even Almas Jacob has already exposed, or they wanted to make issue about the food shortage, or they wanted to make issue about me folding thing. Now I've been folding this for so many. Like I said, they will pick up anything and they will start giving me electric shock on the right side of my brain. Why? First of all, they're working for their archons, their Lucifer, their negative entities who require so much of energy from this continuous torture, which I've already exposed by showing you the montauk.net guy's website and showing what all is the alien agenda and how they operate, and the directed energy weapons that Dr. Richard Boylan talks about, and of course the witchcraft and voodoo that this guy talks about, which Almas Jacob talks about, which Billy Crown Pastor talks about, which all these military people, CIA people talks about, and Robert Duncan, the CIA guy, has already written a book on soul catcher, and that is why, because Lucifer requires souls, and that is what the devil is planning for his own worship, and to introduce this one world religion, one world government, one world everything currency. So basically they are planning for their new world order. All these shortages being created, the food shortage, the energy crisis shortage, the blackouts, energy grid blackouts that they've already planned, the fake alien attack that they've planned down the line, probably within 10 years or something like that, because they've already done predictive mind programming in one of the movie that their antichrist will probably show up in 2033. So if that's the case, then they have to prepare the ground for that one world religion, one world order, new world order, where people will worship this Antichrist. So within this next 10 years, they have to do something on a grand scale, just like they did the Ohio thing. It was done by these very people, right? Just how they did the Nord Stream pipeline, or they did 9/11, or they did whatever. So they themselves are saying, yes, CIA is now confirming that yes, they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, which Biden had already said in February that they will blow up the Nord Stream pipeline. And that is what this guy was showing, that CIA did say that, oh yeah, we did blow up the Nord Stream pipeline, right? While there were all these UFOs and all these things that these people were bringing down here, So yeah, that's what's going on. These people have all these stupid plans that's going on for their Lucifer. And so they are giving me electric shock for this stupid stuff that I'm folding, Even if I say something for the first time, it didn't turn out right. And if I open and I try to make it right, make it perfect, they want to give electric shock. Oh, no, don't make it perfect, like, just leave it. Or they want to make it sure, see, look, it's not perfect, but that is why I'm trying to open and do it right. So like I said, they want to make issue about these little teeny tiny things, um, you know because basically they're negative entities, the demons, jinn and demons that these people invoke. They work on these negative energies, anxiety, fear, torture, um, anger, all of this, all these negative stuff. It needs the lot of this thick energy for them to either manifest. So somebody's probably doing some ritual somewhere, and they supposedly they want some energy to manifest. Then they will do these kind of torture. They'll just make up anything, and they will say that, oh, we are super interrogating you. That's just like Dr. Richard Boylan is saying, oh, we are super interrogating you when we do this electric shock, that, oh, this is not right, this is not that. And in that is involved guilt and humiliation. So they want to, like I said, they want to make issue about everything, right? So like I said, they started to burn my hands because now they want to make issue about the chilies or peppers or whatever I use, right? That is how they synchronized my brother's puncture, how they gave the puncture to his car, just because I ran over the curb, and I was checking the we were checking the tires, but my hubby told to just let it go and go over the curb, because we didn't want to back up my car while it was a very narrow road. We didn't want to back up and hold up the traffic or anything. So I just left, because the road, it was a parking lot, but the way it was made, it wasn't wide enough, and so there was no way for me to back up, and it was a new area for us. So anyway, so to synchronize that and super interrogate, like I showed you in the previous video that I uploaded about 9/11 Bush thing, that how they were synchronizing the chanting of plane hitting the steel building, or the kite hitting the plane hitting the steel building, and the 9/11 actually occurring at the same time. These people can synchronize everything, or they plan, and that is what Montauk.net guy was talking about, that these entities, they can hijack your mind, and they can manipulate, they can implant the thoughts, impulses, everything in your brain, and to you it looks like it is being implanted, or these are your own thoughts, but no, they are not. All of these are coming from these negative entities who try to synchronize your micromanaging your moves, your thoughts, your words, your speech, everything. That's called micromanagement. And so anyways, so they just started to give me 2-3 electric shock, and so for this stupid stuff. So I thought to just make the video and expose, while I'm exposing that thing, might as well expose what this guy was talking about. And he's also saying how television is nothing but vision. So, and programming, all these TV program, we say, right? What is TV program? It is nothing but programming of your mind when you watch a TV show. So he's saying that all the Hollywood movies, or a lot of the games, cartoons that you're watching, like Simpsons cartoon, or even the what is that cartoon, Scooby-Doo, all of these cartoons, they do mind programming of the public. And a lot of people find, oh, it's just some fantasy, or just some sci-fi movie. No. All of, say for example, all the Marvel movies, right? They try to show fallen angels. Now most of the people don't know, they will just think, oh, this is some kind of comic thing, and they're just now showing all these. And Spider-Man is doing all these devil horns when he's doing, but people don't know that the Spider-Man is making devil horns, or this Marvel movies, they are showing all the fallen angels. He talks, he exposes a lot of this television or mind programming, and even he's showing how this Hollywood, the name Hollywood comes from the holly is a tree that these people use, or the wood of the holly tree that they use to do witchcraft. So, and we know Hollywood is entirely into Satanism, and so he's also exposing a lot of Hollywood, Satanism, Lucifer, everything, witchcraft. Then he also exposed the Cheesecake Factory, that how there were all witchcraft symbolisms inside the Cheesecake Factory that he visited. Then he was also talking about Hollywood witchcraft. I don't know. He was television. Oh yeah, the casting of spells. So he said that these witches, this Hollywood or whoever, military people, whoever, when they cast all these spells, Freemasonic people, it's called spell casting, right? But then we have broadcasting. When you broadcast a program, a TV program, it's also kind of a spell, because through that programming, you're showing some kind of predictive mind programming to the people, to the masses, be it something that probably will happen in future, be it violence, be it sex, be it any kind of future events, like he was talking about the electric grid that's gonna go out, or the UFO thing that they have started to show in the news channels and everywhere, because they are preparing public's mind for fake alien attack that will happen in near future, because all this is down the pipeline, right? Because like he said, these people, these Freemasonic people, they plan like 50 years ahead, like that's what I've heard. Like they plan centuries ahead, what they'll do. And that is, or else how they were able to show Keanu Reeves wearing a virtual reality headset, in 80s movie or 1990s movie, I don't know, it was very old movie that I saw. So how are they able to show all that when none of the cell phones, iPads or anything was even out yet, and nobody had heard of virtual reality headset or anything. So yeah, like I said, and even the Chasing Dream, she's a Illuminati girl, at least she says she is. Even she was saying, oh, we have the technology like 50, 70 years ahead of time, and so we are very advanced, and we just do not bring it out to the world, but we do a lot of experiments. She says this, we do a lot of experiments on the people, on public, on children, and that is why so many children are being abducted in the world. People are not realizing a lot of them are being used for, of course, child sacrifice, because it's required in their rituals, like the 3,000 people were killed in 9/11, because that was part of their ritual, as even this Dr. Thomas Horn guy was saying in Zeitgeist 225. So these people require all these human sacrifices. And there was this other guy on YouTube. He's from Illinois, Chicago. Okay. He is a black guy, and he was exposing how there's a purple rain going on in America, where they are showing all these purple lights in the parking lots, or street lights, even they are like purple, and that indicates the occult cult that does all these human sacrifices right in front of your eyes. And he was saying how George Floyd death was also part of a human sacrifice, and then he shows the pattern going on. He just subtracts or adds something, when about the death thing, that look, his age is this, and this was the year he died, so he then subtracts something, and then he tells people, like he shows the pattern of George Floyd, and from that to some others' death, and others, he just goes on showing so many people's death. And he's showing there's a, what do you call, a pattern appearing, that it exactly matches, the pattern just follows and follows. He's like, how is it possible? Unless and until somebody's not artificially inducing it, right? And that is what, when one of my in-laws' cousin, when she got married, Actually, that was her engagement ceremony. And the date was June 18th. So I was very skeptical about that date. It wasn't like, because I've heard these 18 numbers so much that is, and plus it's June. So 6 and then 666. So it's a lot. I mean, something was so off about that entire date. You know, either one would think that, oh, they are part of Illuminati. But we know that these people are innocent and they are not part of Illuminati. So, but then just within, I mean, after the engagement ceremony was done, but they did like there was a marriage certificate they got from court. So that was, so legally they were married right after their engagement ceremony. So they were basically husband and wife, but within 6 or 7 months, her husband died. First he falls down from the stairs, he gets fracture in his ribs, and then he dies. And just imagine 6 to 7 months had only passed. I'm like, June 18th. And I had, when they were getting engaged, and the date, I heard the date and I wasn't happy about it, or something was just not, something was bothering me in, you know, intuitively, something was bothering me. I'm like, no, they are not, they cannot be Illuminati people, no. But something was bothering me. And sure enough, this event happened. Now, who am I to tell all this? That, you know, that even if I tell, my family members say, no, none of them believes any of this. So unless and until they don't go down this rabbit hole that what the heck is going on in this world, that who are these people preparing for their cherished new gods, unless and until these people don't know what the heck is coming, demonic god, like right here, demonic god. And this guy talks about witchcraft, everything, right? Supernatural, everything. What is CERN? Hadron Collider. It's a 666. First they show the 666 mark of the beast right in their logo. Then they have Lord Shiva's statue right outside the CERN. Then they perform little their witchcraft ceremony or some human sacrifice ceremony right outside the CERN, right in front of Lord Shiva, who is a god of destruction. And all I've heard from all these people, from Almas Jacob, from these people, and of course from the Dr. Thomas Horn also, that they are trying to open up portals. And not only that, not only these people are speaking about these CERN people opening up the portals for their jinn and demons and entities, or to bring out the spirit of Antichrist from that bottomless pit. It could be the spirit of Nero, because he was the Antichrist. But even when they were digging the tunnels for their railway system, right, that passes near that Hadron Collider thing, the ritual itself shows all this one-eye symbolism, this one-eye symbolism on their screens, eyes popping up everywhere. Then they are showing all this Satanism, you know, the goats and people then removing their clothes, and then they're do all these sacrifice and all these things they are showing in the ritual during the opening ceremony of this tunnel. And I heard that how they had to sacrifice some few people for them to dig further down the thing. I don't know, I heard it, but basically the entire ceremony they showed it to the world was satanic. So when somebody's saying that CERN was, like this guy says, that it was actually made by these Freemasonic people who worship Lucifer, the main purpose was to open up the portals for their jinn and demons, Lucifer, for their spirit of Antichrist or whatever. But that was the purpose, and that is exactly what they keep showing in the Hollywood movies. When they do mind programming, when they keep showing portals after portals everywhere, be it in the Ant-Man movie, be it in the Doctor Strange movie. and between so many movies, even in video games, they're showing all these portals, and people think, oh, we're just playing some game or we're just watching some sci-fi movie. But they don't know what the heck, that is the reality that is going on. Like Almas Jacob says, they are trying to, cut through that veil between our world and the hyperdimensional world, or whatever whatever the world that these entities live in. So he was saying, Almas Jacob was saying, that more and more as we go down the road of this supernatural witchcraft thing, we will see more and more of these demonic entities. Actually, you'll even see people flying in the air. You'll see all kind of, because all this will be done via witchcraft, and they are showing all this right now. They're predictive mind programming in their movies already. They are doing all this. And that is why we have started to see all these weird clouds everywhere, or somebody seeing all these UFOs and all these. But like Almas Jacob says, they are the fallen angels that these people are seeing in the sky. So anyways, we'll see. So, the electric shock they gave me for this stupid reason, I mean, somebody would be laughing that what the heck, I mean, what, that is so stupid, So they are portraying their stupidity, because right now when I had to make this video, I exposed so many stuff along with their stupidity that got exposed. Just like Suja Vijayan got exposed by me, just like Jibin got exposed by me. They were caught red-handed by me when they were saying that they are targeted individuals. When ex-FBI agent Gerald Sosby got caught by me, when his Barbara got caught by me, red-handed, all these people who try to portray like, they are the targeted individuals. They are like such, just like these Hollywood people who keep making these songs for their Lucifer. Have sympathy for our Lucifer. Have sympathy for devil. And then, there's another lady who comes up with her album song like, have mercy on my Lucy. My Lucifer is so lonely, This BS. It's same thing, these ex-FBI agent, and they try to portray themselves. Oh, they are like so, like, the same thing, like this Lucifer, that they try to gain sympathy of people by fakely telling the people that, oh, they are the targeted individuals. They are not. They are the ones who are targeting us.